Grace begins where power ends. I can simply define grace from scriptures as divine enabling. And that is an enabling that comes from above. But beyond the realm of power is grace. Mountains can stand before power, but nothing stands before grace. There are people who confront mountains, and there are others who glide over mountains. Power is for confrontation. Jesus said, I give unto you power to challenge all the works of the devil. But you see, there are people who live in a realm that they don't challenge mountains. They glide over mountains. They move as if the mountains does not exist. And that is in the realm of grace, divine enabling. God doesn't confront mountains. He levels mountains. He goes over mountains. And that's the essence of grace. And so in Zechariah chapter 4 verse 7, we hear that clear word that when we cry the cry of grace, the color of our destiny emerges. That's why in the human system, no one competes with grace. Grace has no competitor. Grace has no comparison. Little will you wonder when someone is doing outstandingly well and there is no visible or traceable virtues that makes him to perform that exceptional. People remark, it is a grace of God. It is a grace of God. Power is descriptive. Power is measurable, but not grace. Source of power may be known. The source of grace is unknown. You don't know it because it is not visible to the eyes of men. Unlike power, grace cannot be defined. It cannot be measured. It cannot be explained. It cannot be described because power is a virtue from God, but grace is embodiment of God. Grace is God himself at work in human vessel. For we have these treasures in earthen vessels, that the excellency of power, look at that. He didn't say that power, but the excellency of power. There is something that excels power, and that is grace. That the excellency of power might be of God and not of man. People may boast of power, but nobody can boast of grace. Power may be generated, but grace is an endowment of God.